All right, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Today we're learning about Atlantic Canada. Where do I see if I am signed in? So what I did, I couldn't see, you can't see like here your name. So I just clicked on lesson 1 here, and that's when it took me to the sign in page. Okay. So again, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Marnie Hernandez. I'm here in Las Vegas, and today we're learning about Atlantic Canada. I put the link in the chat box. Again, if you are new with us, I post these the night before, and we also post them for the upcoming, month. So I think we just I actually just posted, which I didn't put under featured, for next month. Let me see if I have it in here, right here. So let me go ahead. These are for next month. So again, you can see here, we're doing 5 hotels. We're doing Argentina, Princess Hotels, Windstar Cruises, St. Helena, New Brunswick, Jordan, Bahamas. So these are ones that you can, again, pre-register. You guys can also do these on your own, okay? So don't feel you have to wait for me, but they're kind of fun when we do them together because, again, sometimes there's a test. Sometimes people have already been to these locations and stuff and can share personal views, etc. So that's also what's fun. So again, if you're new with us, a lot of people will follow along on their phone and then do the test online on the computer. They do a split screen, whatever works best for you guys. So get in and register. If you have not, it's OTT, online travel to you, for you or something is what it's called. So it's one of our programs, okay, that has a lot of different trainings. Now, if you're on the main page of OTT, let me show you. There's flags, okay? I think this is, I think, sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So I think this is a UK one. So you change the flag here to the UK, okay? Or just click the link. When you sign up, again, always do the, it's under USA. So it is the USA, okay? But always use Archer Travel. And the consortium is Travel Leaders Network. I think in this case it's Leaders Network or something, use that. But again, whenever you're working with travel, a company, a vendor, etc., we work under Archer Travel's IATAN, so make sure you use that and use Archer Travel, not your own. Even though you're independent, when it asks for company, it'll always be Archer Travel, okay? So again, they have all these different ones that are available for us for training. This one here, this is what we're doing today. It says if you finish it, let me get back to it. Complete the course by September 30th for a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. So again, some of these are, you get invited on familiarization trips, lunch and learns. So this one, Samantha won this one in March. Okay, so complete the course. You may have a chance to win. So make sure you're registered, okay? All right, everybody good? Ready to go? Let me know. And we'll go ahead and get started. So we get signed back in again. Okay. All right. Close this out. All right. Again, if anybody needs help, make sure you put the chat to everybody. That way they can help you. Okay. Instead of, because I may be reading, I may be watching a video, and we want to make sure you get your questions answered, okay? Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Again, I appreciate you guys joining us. I do record these. I put them over here on my YouTube channel also. So again, if for any reason you have to jump off, you can catch it there. Oh, that's Joanne's. Okay, let me get back to my page. Bum, bum. Here we go. All right. So we just did Cayman Islands yesterday. Very good, very interesting. Egypt, majestic resorts. So you guys can catch those too. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Here's my YouTube just in case. Also, please make sure you guys are part of our certificate workshop group here. Make sure you answer the questions so you can get signed in. There you go. Again, I post a lot of the trainings and stuff in here, different things that are going on. MSC's doing an invite event, okay, for the movies. Okay, so try to go to those. All right. Let's go. All right. So welcome to Atlantic Canada. Okay. Together, the provinces of New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island boast Canada's most spectacular coastline. More than 26,700 miles and every seaside activity you can imagine. Warm water swimming, long walks on uncrowded beaches, nature viewing on a grand scale, and hiking high above the arms of the sea. So let's watch this quick video. Okay. So now we're going to go up here and start on lesson 1. So again, we have 5 lessons today. So everybody ready? All right. Atlantic Canada is made up of 4 distinct provinces, each with its own set of charms, getaways, coastal adventures, but we all share the same sea that has shaped our land, history, culture, and cuisine. New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island boast Canada's most spectacular coastline and every seaside activity imaginable, including long walks on uncrowded beaches and nature viewing on a grand scale. The region may be close to the United States, but it is a world away in terms of rich and diverse culture and heritage. So let's start the lesson. When is the best time to visit Canada? Well, the temperature is ideal for touring. And again, this could be a test question. From May to October, all 4 provinces offer a pleasant climate with sea breezes near the coast. July and August are the warmest months with daytime highs between 70 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, but they are also the busiest months. Busy, of course, is relative. There is always room to breathe, no matter the location, plus traffic congestion is virtually non-existent. It is a very relaxing experience for those used to the hustle of a large city. The autumn months between September and October are a spectacular time to visit with warm daytime temperatures and cooler evenings. It's also the best time to see the spectacular spectacle of autumn colors, mid-September in more northern areas, late September into October in the southern coastal areas. Temperatures in spring and autumn average 10 degrees cooler than in summer. God, you guys are so loud. All right, how do we get there? Air, Atlantic Canada can be easily assessed by from the US with direct flights from New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington. By sea, more than 20 major cruise lines visit the Atlantic Canadian ports of call. By ferry, Bay ferries provide a connection from Bar Harbor, Maine to Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. By rail, Via Rail offers service from major Canadian cities into New Brunswick and Nova Scotia destinations. By land, you can also choose to dive into the region, taking in the scenery along the way from points within the United States. Connect with Interstate 95 North, which leads you to the Trans-Canada Highway in New Brunswick. Getting around, well, traveling around the region is easy with regional flights to key destinations in each province. Quiet roads, scenic coastal drives pave the way for a pleasant journey to quaint villages, attractions, and outdoor activities. Car ferries provide leisurely transfers among the provinces. Marine Atlantic provides services between Newfoundland and Labrador and Nova Scotia. Bay ferries connect New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, and also Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. The 8-mile Confederation Bridge connects New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. Hey! Via Rail provides rail service to the region connecting Nova Scotia and New Brunswick to other parts of Eastern Canada, Quebec, Ontario, and points further west. Seaside pursuits with over 26,700 miles of coastline. There's something for everyone. Prince Edward Island features red sandstone cliffs, sandy beaches, warm salt water for swimming, Newfoundland and Labrador. Has a rugged coastline and a long seafaring history. The province is famous for iceberg viewing by boat tour, kayak, and from land. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick share the Bay of Fundy, home to the highest tides in the world at 50 feet. Twice a day, over 160 billion tons of seawater flow in and out of the bay with each tide cycle. It looks beautiful, huh? Plan a proper holiday. Can visitors tour all of Canada, Atlantic Canada in 1 week? It is best to allow more time to fully experience the region. There are many 7, 14, and 21-day itineraries on offer to the region. But for 1 week visit, touring 1 or 2 provinces would be best. At least 2 weeks is required to really get to know all 4 provinces. Many visitors travel to the maritime provinces of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward, and return to Atlantic Canada for another visit to the region's largest province, Newfoundland and Labrador. All right, time for our first exam, guys, okay? Witness majestic icebergs by boat tour, kayak, and from land. Which province offers this experience? Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Labrador, Nova Scotia, or New Brunswick. Tika says Newfoundland. That is correct. Very good. Which of the following 4 provinces comprise Atlantic Canada? New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward. So I think it's all but Quebec, right? Correct. Very good. The Bay of Fundy is home to the world's highest tides. Which 2 provinces share this natural wonder? The Bay of Fundy. Which one was it? You guys know? Nova Scotia and Brunswick.
Wasn't it Brunswick and Nova Scotia?
That's it. Yep. Correct. What's the best time of year to visit? Remember I told you, but make sure you know that. Was it May to October? Yeah, that's what I thought. Correct. All right, thank you, Tika, for putting the answers in there. Everybody good? Let me know. Make sure you guys all post in there. Hey, please put a search out on the Animal Foundation stuff and Pet Find with his picture. Sorry, my daughter's cat got out. And he's got a tag, and I went to the neighbor's house where he says he's at, but we didn't see him, so told her to put him out on the thing. Okay, all right. First answer. So what was the question? Oh, which we have it up here. Number 2. First answer was number 2. Okay. All right, you good, Letitia? And then the rest of the answers.
To answer. My questions aren't answering. Oh my gosh.
What do you mean they're not answering? They're not.
Yeah, they're not moving forward. Oh, I hate this when my computer jags up. So what was number 2? All except Quebec?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then Nova Scotia and Brunswick. And then me.
Okay, so number 3 is Nova Scotia.
And Brunswick.
And then number 4 is what? January?
May through October.
Oh, May to October. Okay.
Can you please just send the link?
It says I didn't pass.
Yeah,
so
I think you just took Nova Scotia. It's Nova Scotia and Brunswick.
Oh, okay.
Remember, pay attention. Some of them have more than one answer. So it's number 2 for the first question. The second question is all of them except Quebec.
Oh, okay.
Third question is Nova Scotia and Brunswick. And then the fourth is May through October.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody else good? All right, we're going to move on to section 2. New Brunswick. Blessed with fresh seafood, warmest salt water in Canada, world's highest tides, Acadian culture, untouched nature, musical talent, and countless hidden gems throughout the province. So the Bay of Fundy and Hopewell Rocks. How cool is that? Few places on earth are as awe-inspiring as New Brunswick Bay of Fundy, home to the highest tides in the world. A visit to this special place rewards visitors with magnificent tides, breathtaking coastline, and endless adventure. The Bay of Fundy tides are best explored at the Hopeful Rocks, where you can walk around the famous flower plot rocks at low tide, then watch them slowly disappear. Bike along the Fundy Trail, rappel down craggy cliffs at Cape Enrage, set up camp at Fundy National Park, or head out to the sea on a whale watching excursion. Miles of untouched coastline are waiting to be discovered along New Brunswick's spectacular Fundy coast. National Park. So Fundy National Park connect with the land, the ocean, and the wide open sky at New Brunswick First National Park. Created in 1948, choose from three campgrounds, then set off on adventure. The heated saltwater pool provides a refreshing place to relax after a long hike, and the playground provides hours of fun for kids. Don't forget about golf, tennis, and lawn bowling. Explore over 75 miles of walking and hiking trails, hike mountains, valleys, past sparkling waterfalls, and crystal clear streams. Rent a canoe or kayak and explore beautiful Bennett Lake. While there, have a picnic or go for a swim. Take a guided hike or beach walk. Just a few of the many interpretive programs offered throughout the summer. All right, this is kind of Kuchivoka National Park. Fascinating mosaic of bogs, salt marshes, tidal rivers, sparkling freshwater systems, sheltered lagoons, abandoned fields, and tall forests, which characterize the Maritime Plain Natural Region. This 238 square mile national park provides a host of exciting family activities. Natural wonders abound in this park that boasts the second largest tern colony in North America, as well as 16 miles of shifting sand dunes are home to the endangered piping plover and witness to colonies of both harbor and gray seals that frolic in the sunshine on certain sections of the dunes. In 2009, the national park was declared a dark sky preserve by the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. Wildlife. Awe-inspiring wildlife experiences in New Brunswick introduce visitors to whales, bears, shorebirds, inland birds, and other amazing wildlife and marine animals. Birding aficionados are wowed by the many species on display, from Atlantic puffins and great blue herons to sandpipers and bald eagles. Chance to see other wildlife, including moose, deer, hare, and rare butterflies, provide superb nature photography opportunities. Whales. New Brunswick provides some of the best whale watching opportunities with expertly guided tours from June to September. Again, that could be a test question. Bay of Fundy whales include the finback whale, the rare white whale, humpback whale, and mink whale. Also spot porpoises, seals, and seabirds on a high seas adventure. People of New Brunswick and Joy de Vivre. Again, I apologize for mispronunciation. The mixture of British, Scottish, Irish, French, Acadian, and First Nations. The people of New Brunswick love to share their province with visitors, participate in the numerous festivals that celebrate the people of New Brunswick, experience a renowned Acadian joie de vivre, love of life, where a warm welcome greets you everywhere you turn. Become one with the enduring traditions of the Irish and Scottish, explore the connection to the British loyalists who came north from the USA after the American Revolution as a rejection of the Republican ideals and an offer of free land in British North America. Be inspired by the marvelous history of the Mi'kmaq, Wallace, and that people. Okay, shaped by the glorious landscape that has long surrounded them. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce those. All right, big city living and small town life. Whilst known for its natural beauty, parks and beaches, New Brunswick, many towns and villages offer small town charm, unique culture, and authentic cuisine. Shop for French-inspired goods in Moncton and Dieppe, two of the province's great urban centers, or watch world-class performances at Casino New Brunswick and Capitol Theatre. Family vacations in these cities are a blast thanks to Magnetic Hill Zoo and Magic Mountain Water Park. The provincial capital, Fredericton, is best known for the Beaver Brook Art Gallery, the historic Garrison District, and activities along the St. John River, which flows through the city. The award-winning Harvest Music Festival takes place every September in Fredericton, with over 150 shows by 400 plus top performers from the region, Canada, and around the world. Whether it's jazz, blues, folk, blues, rock, Cajun, or world music, you'll find it on the Harvest stage. Canada's first incorporated city, St. John, is a vibrant city full of urban adventure, history, and culture. The Reversing Falls City Market and Area 506 Waterfront Container Village are must-visit attractions when exploring St. John. Fishing for the big catch, cast a line amidst the calming waters of a world-class river, then recount the day's fishing tales over a crackling campfire. Come to the New Brunswick for a fishing trip and be hooked for a lifetime. Tackle world-famous salmon rivers, coast, and great coastal waters. Any angler will confirm the Atlantic salmon is the king of the game fish. People come to New Brunswick from around the world in search of this prize catch. Also available are smallmouth bass, shark, shad, brook trout, chain pickerel, landlocked salmon, white perch, yellow perch, and more. Waters range from rivers to lakes, freshwater to saltwater. Outfitters and fishing lodges, professional outfitters are experts at fishing for Atlantic salmon and other species. They will help arrange all the necessary permits, provide boats and canoes, and improve fly fishing skills, ensure visitors land the prize catch. Food and wine. Take a taste of New Brunswick with winery tours, fresh seafood, authentic farmers markets, and locally produced maple syrup. Be sure to try tasty snacks hard to find anywhere else, like dulce or hearty Acadian dishes. Restaurants options include French-inspired bistros, country inns, and family-friendly venues. Local fresh seafood, wonderfully fresh, plump, juicy oysters, mussels, scallops, clams, crab, salmon, and trout make New Brunswick a haven for lovers of fish and seafood. For many people, lobster is king, served broiled with melted butter for dipping, simply grilled or enthroned as the focus of a more elaborate dish. In July, the annual Lobster Festival takes place in the picturesque seaside town of Shediac, known as the lobster capital of the world. The 5-day festival provides fantastic seafood and fabulous entertainment. While there, guests can have their picture taken with the world's largest lobster statue. Hey. All right, another test. Experience renowned French Acadian joie de vivre in New Brunswick. Joie de vivre refers to which of the following? The love of life, right? Very good. In 2009, which New Brunswick park was declared a dark sky preserve by the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada? It was the Fundy or the Kusha. This one? All right. New Brunswick offers world-class fishing opportunities found in abundance in New Brunswick. Many anglers agree this is the king of the game fish. Select only one. And we're saying salmon. The largest music event in Atlantic Canada, award-winning festival, showcases over 150 shows plus 400 plus top performers. That is the Harvest Festival, right? And the Bay of Fundy, home to the highest tides in the world. At this location, walk on the ocean floor at low tide among the famous flower pot rocks. Hopewell rocks. Look at Tika. She's on the ball today. All right. Everybody got those answers? Get her done, get her done. Everybody pass, let me know.
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Okay. The answers are in the chat box. Let me know when you're done. And we'll move on to chapter 3.
That's okay. Go ahead. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Hold on one moment. CHRIST. Sorry, I'm trying to. Can you get a schedule of what dates are available and then we can pick from there? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now we're doing Newfoundland and Labrador. Sometimes you have to take the road less traveled before the real journey begins. In Newfoundland and Labrador, the journey can be as colorful as stories told around the kitchen table, as meandering as are thousands of kilometers of coastline, as surprising as a humpback whale breaching in the mist, or as comforting as a baked apple jam. There are places that travel with you wherever you go. All right, most easterly point in North America, Cape Spear. Newfoundland and Labrador, located on the eastern edge of North America. The capital city, St. John, shares the same latitude as Paris, France, and Seattle, Washington. Cape Spear Lighthouse, National Historic Site, located 12 kilometers southeast of capital city, St. John's. Stand here with your back to the sea, and the entire population of North America is to the west. Face the sea, and the next stop east is Ireland. Direct flights are available from London to St. John's. However, there are currently on pause due to COVID-19 pandemic. Newfoundland and Labrador, and again, could be, old stuff. Newfoundland and Labrador is easily accessible from other major Canadian hubs such as Montreal, Toronto, and Halifax. Logistics. To put things in perspective, Newfoundland and Labrador is a little smaller than California, slightly bigger than Japan, and twice the size of the entire United Kingdom. The island of Newfoundland covers 111,390 square kilometers, an area that rivals the size of 3 maritime provinces of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island combined. With the addition of the vast territory of Labrador, the province covers a total area of 405,212 square kilometers and has more than 29,000 kilometers of unspoiled coastline. It goes without saying, plenty of breathing room. To see all the highlights, 2 weeks are preferred. If not possible, then from one of the many sample itineraries, which you can click here, it'll pull up the different itineraries for you, or select a specific region of the province to visit. You have Iceberg Alley. When it comes to viewing icebergs, Newfoundland and Labrador is one of the best places in the world. On a sunny day, view these 10,000-year-old glacier giants from many points along the northern eastern coast. Colors range from snow white to deepest aquamarine, and icebergs come in every shape and size. Go on a boat tour, paddle along in the sea, kayak, or hike along the coastline. Watch a sparkling bird parade down Iceberg Alley. Their sheer size sends the mind racing, and that's not even counting the 90% still unseen below the surface. It's not hard to imagine how an iceberg sank the famous Titanic a mere 400 miles from our coast. Icebergs are so plentiful, they are put to good use. After iceberg viewing, indulge in an iceberg water, vodka, rum, gin, and even iceberg beer. Iceberg experiences get a 360-degree view of an iceberg from one of the many boat tours in Iceberg Alley, including from communities like Twillingate, St. John's, and St. Anthony. Labrador is also an excellent place to see icebergs before they drift further south. Paddle around an iceberg at safe distance on a guided kayaking tour. See bergs from shore as you hike one of the many coastal trails, including the East Coast Trail, a network of over 336 kilometers of trails, and use icebergfinder.com to find icebergs near you in real time. Wales, Newfoundland and Labrador is one of the most spectacular whale watching places in the world. It's home to 22 species of whales. Again, you can click there, it'll pull up that information. including the mink, the sperm, the pothead, the blue, the orca, and the world's largest population of humpbacks. Travel to the province to feed a capelin, krill, and squid along the coast. Between May and September, these whales can be seen breaching the surface of the water, playing along our shores. Catching a single glimpse of these huge, majestic mammals is an exciting, awesome experience, whether it's from the rail of a boat tour, the side of your sea kayak, or hiking a seaside trail on land. Along the way, you'll see caves, waterfalls, majesty of Newfoundland and Labrador coastline, including iceberg seabirds and other wildlife. Nice. Wildlife, did you know that the puffins mate for life? They're so loyal, they even return to the same burrow every year. Newfoundland and Labrador have an abundance of Atlantic puffins, with more than 500,000 at the Witless Bay Ecological Reserve alone. In fact, over 35 million seabirds call this place home. Experience the chaotic gatherings of 25,000 gannets, 7 million storm petrels, as well as common murreys, black-legged kittiwakes, and more. From woodland caribou herds to black bears to dense population moose, you never know what wildlife encounters you'll have while here. So drive careful. All right, outdoor adventures. Newfoundland and Labrador is an adventurous paradise, teeming with spectacular scenery, outdoor space, and more than enough breathing room. It's a perfect place to explore and discover your inner traveler. Traverse some of the 200 hiking and walking trails. Again, you can click there to see which trails there are, or kayak along 29,000 kilometers of pristine coastline. Off the beaten path activities, you have zip lining. Get a bird's eye view of the epic countryside of Steady Brook near Marble Mountain. Near the capital city, St. John's, zip over the historic fishing village of Petty Harbor with North Atlantic zip lines. Enjoy the rugged coastline. You have rafting. Enjoy a thrilling half day of rafting on the Exploits River. Family-oriented rafting trip features plenty of opportunities to swim, surf, and play in the river's friendly rapids. Cycling. Western Newfoundland is a cycler's dream, especially in Grossmorn National Park. In the summer, get your thrills by mountain biking along park tracks, or try caving and road biking in Corner Brook. Wilderness adventure tours. Spend your day backpacking, country camping, kayaking, hiking, and fishing. And in the evenings, enjoy great food and good friends around the campfire. All right, UNESCO World Heritage Site. The educational, scientific, cultural arm of the United Nations, UNESCO, has identified sites all over the world that are of outstanding natural cultural significance. Newfoundland and Labrador is home to 4 of these World Heritage Sites and 1 geopark. And no visit to the province would be complete without making it at least one of them. And maybe you can collect the set. So the Tablelands Grossmorn National Park. It took 485 million years for Mother Nature to create Grossmorn National Park, a place unlike any other on Earth. The park provides a rare example of the process of continental drift, where deep ocean crust and the rust-colored rocks of the Earth's mantle lie exposed at the tablelands. More recent glacial action have resulted in some spectacular scenery, a demonstration of the raw and whatever beauty of the physical world. A near inexhaustible source of inspiration, Grossmorn is home to amazing hikes, breathtaking vistas, relaxing tours of its geological wonders. You have Viking visitors, Lansall Meadows National Historical Site, Canada's inaugural UNESCO site, the Viking settlement at the tip of the Newfoundland's Great Northern Peninsula, was the first real evidence that these European adventurers had reached the New World over 1,000 years ago, long before Columbus. The excavated remains of wood-famous peat turf buildings are similar to those found in Norse Greenland and Iceland, and are the only authenticated site in North America. You will be able to see how the Vikings lived and enjoy tales of their adventures long ago. Whaling Heritage Red Bay National Historic Site. Established in the 16th century by Basque mariners, Red Bay is now an archaeological site that provides the earliest, most complete, and best preserved testimony of the European whaling tradition. Site called Grand Bahia by those that sailed here every summer became a major source of the whale oil that lit the homes of Europe. These days, it is a stop along the Labrador coastal drive and home to whale bones, a restored chalupa, and an interpretation center near the beach. Where life began, Mistaken Point Ecological Reserve. All right, on the southern eastern tip of the Avalon Peninsula, this narrow 17-kilometer long strip of rugged coastal cliffs date to the Ediacaran period, 580 to 560 million years ago, representing the oldest known collection of large multicellular fossils anywhere. These fossils illustrate the beginning of life on Earth. The appearance of large biological complex organisms. You can tour the site to see these fossils and walk on rocks that once made up the deep ocean floor. Geological Wonders Discovery UNESCO Global Geopark. The Discovery UNESCO Global Geopark is a collection of 10 geologically significant sites on the upper half of Bonavista Peninsula. Scattered around the coast are some of the best preserved fossils in the world, dating back to over 500 million years ago. The geopark is not just about fossils. Elliston's root cellar history, influenced by the area's natural landscape and soil composition, also contributed to the park's UNESCO status, as did the Devil's Footprints in Keels and the Sea Arch in Tickle Cove. Never even heard of those. Culinary for your foodies, known for seafood and traditional dishes, Newfoundland and Labrador offer exciting world of food and dining options. Again, you can click there for more details. Ranging from international flavors to local delights, the province is going through culinary renaissance with seafood from the cleanest, coldest water. Local ingredients, talented chefs who are routinely awarded Best in Canada. Wherever you go, you'll be immersed in the flavor of the fresh and local ingredients. What could be better than letting someone else cook for you while you visit? Visitors will find fresh, delicious seafood in practically every corner of the province. In a land that lives by the sea, taste the freshest food the ocean provides. Mouth-watering lobster, cod, halibut, salmon, trout, mussels, scallops, and shrimp abound. Try some wild Atlantic salmon caught earlier that day, or plan on a local favorite of fish and chips. Around here, living off the land comes standard. Even our iceberg water goes to good use, including its in spirits like vodka and gin, and in our famous iceberg beer from Quito Vida Brewery. In the summer months, you can pick berries by the handful, including blueberries, raspberries, and our unique baked apple berries. You'll often find wild game like moose or rabbit on the menu. And if you're interested in immersive food experiences, you can try a foraging tour. Take a food hike with roots, rents, and roars. Or learn about how Newfoundland and Labrador has one of the healthiest honeybee populations on the planet, with Adelaide's Honeybee Pollinator and Wildflower Reserve. If fine dining is preferred, St. John's has some wonderful options with a range of culinary adventures, from traditional meals to fresh off-the-boat seafood to inventive contemporary cooking. So many ways to experience Newfoundland and Labrador's unique food heritage, whether it's foraging tour with a local fishing experience where you'll prepare your catch for dinner, or beach boil up around a hot fire. Don't forget to check out a culinary festival or feast like Viking with dinner and a show. Picnic by a lighthouse during whale watching season, and you might just experience the greatest performance on earth. And then they have festivals in Newfoundland and Labrador. There are lots of things worth celebrating. Festivals and events throughout the province honor music, food, fish, film, theater, and crafts. Participate in workshops, seminars, walking tours, often open performances that will educate and entertain. Some popular festivals include the Grossmorn Theatre Festival, and the perfect place to find drama, dinner theater set against the backdrop of Grossmorn National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Newfoundland and Labrador Folk Festival is a must-attend cultural event of the season, jam-packed with traditional music, culture, and good times. The season in the Bite Theater Festival brings inspirational Newfoundland and Labrador stories to life in this annual series of plays, dinner theaters, and concerts. And then spanning 3 decades, the Fish, Fun, and Folk Festivals takes place in charming seaside Twillingate. The large family-oriented festival includes traditional music, dancing, crafts, seafood, children's activities, fireworks, And then Roots, Rants, and Roars is a celebration of the natural gifts of Newfoundland and Labrador food, culture, land, and sea, featuring a chef versus chef cook-off and a food hike with food stations spread throughout the community. All right, test time. The capital city of Newfoundland and Labrador, St. John's, shares the same latitude as Paris, France, and Seattle, Washington. True or false?
True.
True. Very good. Newfoundland and Labrador has the world's largest concentration of humpback whales and is one of the most spectacular whale watching places in the world. Several ways to spot whales, including, I guess, all the above. It says 3 possible: boat, kayak, and land, right? That was easy. When it comes to viewing icebergs, Newfoundland and Labrador is one of the best places in the world. Their sheer size is awesome, especially considering what percentage is unseen below the surface. And then like 90%?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, Newfoundland and Labrador are home to how many UNESCO World Heritage Sites? 7? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's false.
What did you say? 4?
It's not 7.
It's not 7? Is it 10? 4? 4? Okay, thank you. The annual festival is the perfect place to find drama and dinner theater set against the backdrop of Grossmorn National Park at the UNESCO World Heritage Site. This annual festival, so wasn't it Roots, Rants, and Roars? For Fish, Fun, and Folk at the Grossmorn. Grossmorn. Okay, which one? Grossmorn Theater, Grossmorn Good Times Festival. Theater. Very good. Thank you. All right, 2 more to go, guys. Everybody good? Let me know everybody passed.
I did.
Perfect.
I did. Tanya did.
Okay. Oh, they were in different order? That's weird. Has anybody else's been in different orders? You sure you're not working ahead, Tika? No. Again, you never know. Some of these are, can be switched around. So that's why we have to be careful when we say it's the second one, because it could be the 4th one. All right. Lesson 4, Nova Scotia. Embrace the spirit of the perfect road trip as you enjoy spontaneous discovery in each of the scenic regions. Enjoy our long-standing connection to the land and sea as you pair our seafood with wine from 19 wineries. From whale watching and coastal hiking to world-class golf courses, a lot of outdoor activity is packed into Nova Scotia. Port City of Halifax. Halifax is a vibrant seaport capital of Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada's largest city, with more pubs and clubs per capita than almost any city in Canada. It's fitting that the city's most famous brewmaster was also mayor 3 times. Alexander Keith's original 1820 brewery welcomes visitors with costume guides, stories, and great ale. Walk from Keith's to the boardwalk that follows the water's edge of the world's 2nd largest ice-free harbor, stretching from Pier 21, the gateway into Canada for 1 million immigrants, to Casino, Nova Scotia. You'll pass unique shops, restaurants, and in warmer months, graceful tall ships. Don't miss experiences. So be a soldier for a day at Halifax Citadel National Historic Site. Discover the province's seafaring heritage connection to the Titanic at the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic. Learn stories of the more than 1 million immigrants, refugees, war brides, and evacuee children who arrived in Canada through Halifax at the Canadian Museum of Immigration at Pier 21. Be inspired by Atlantic Canada's largest art collection at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. Take a city or harbor tour and then enjoy live music in one of many pubs and restaurants. And then new experiences, get a new view of Halifax by taking a McNabb's Island tour with Great Earth Expeditions, again, when they're highlighted, You can pull those up, save them in your flyers, in your binders, etc. Experience the city by bicycle with a tour of a rental from Heart Bikes. Watch a beautiful sunset in Lower Prospect on an East Coast Outfitters kayak tour. Take in the rugged coastery scenery from a 4x4 Jeep with open top tours, and then turn heads along the Halifax and Dartmouth waterfronts with Segway and Ace, near Nova Scotia. Communities with character, Nova Scotia coastline dotted with pretty towns and villages. Just an hour from Halifax along the South Shore is Peggy's Cove, one of the most photographed places in Canada. Graceful lighthouse sitting high upon the smooth wave-worn granite of the coast now does duty as Canada's only post office in a lighthouse and is still an active fishing community. Continue along the South Shore to Mahone Bay, where the narrow streets are lined with a unique collection of studios and galleries of some of Canada's finest artists and craftspeople. Journey to Lunenburg, where the colorful waterfront of red wooden warehouses, captivating architecture with brightly hued heritage homes and seafaring heritage to discover what made Old Town Lunenburg a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Learn about Nova Scotia's sailing ambassador, the Blue Nose, and her replica Blue Nose 2 at the Fisheries Museum of the Atlantic. Sample spirits made from local produce at Ironworks, Nova Scotia's first micro distillery, and stay in one of Lunenburg's beautiful heritage inns. Along the Northumberland shore, visit the historic harbor town of Pictou, home of the Hector Heritage Quay. The quite colorful display and costume guides bring to life the history of the Scottish immigrants who arrived on the ship Hector in 1773. Sydney is a city with a proud coal mining steel making past that is a gateway to the attractions of Cape Breton Island, including the Celtic Colors Festival, with Gaelic storytelling, local dance, and lots of music on tap. Bay of Fundy and Annapolis Valley region. It's a discovery from top to bottom on Nova Scotia's side of the Bay of Fundy, home to the world's highest tides. Fundy Tides has sculpted a dramatic coastal region as each day more than 160 billion tons of seawater flow in and out of the bay. Take a walk on the ocean floor, kayak alongside giant sea cliffs, take a whale watching tour, or wrap the powerful tides. Savor the local produce and wines of the Annapolis Valley. Framed by two parallel mountain ranges, the Annapolis Valley is one of Canada's best fruit-growing regions, home of the legendary gluskap of the Merrimack people. Early European settlers also farmed this soil and fished these waters. Step across the threshold of history of Port Royal National Historic Site, featuring a reconstruction of an early 17th century French settlement. Costumed interpreters and period demonstrations recreate one of the first settlements in the New World. Search for the ocean's agile giants on a whale-watching cruise and raft the boisterous waves of the tidal bore. Bike across historic Acadian dykelands in Grand Prix, the province's latest UNESCO-designated World Heritage Site, discovered fossil footprints of Coal Age creatures of Jongan's fossil cliffs, yet another World Heritage Site. And then outdoor adventures in the Bay of Fundy region. You have coastal hiking at Cape Chignecto Provincial Park, Advocate Harbor, whale watching off Digby Neck and Briar Island, tidal bore rafting on the Shubenacadie River, sea kayaking at Advocate Harbor, bird watching on Briar Island, climbing tracks, zip line, and high rope courses on Tree Park, Martock. All right, scenic Cape Breton Island. Natural beauty is the backdrop to a wonderful holiday experience in Cape Breton Island. Tour the Cabot Trail, considered to be one of the most scenic highways in the world. Enjoy whale watching, sea kayaking, or golf at one of the many world-class courses such as Cabot Cliffs, rated number 19 in the world by Golf Digest. Explore beaches, waterfalls, or one of the 25 hiking trails in Cape Breton Highlands National Park. It is a spectacular in autumn when the foliage becomes a brilliant collage of orange, red, and yellow. Readers of Travel Plus Leisure have ranked the Cape Breton as the #1 island destination in continental North America and #3 in the world. The town of Baddock on the shores of the sparkling Bras d'Or lakes, was the summer home of Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone. You can discover his many contributions to science at the Alexander Graham Bell National Historic Site. Could be a test question. That's in the Baddock town. Hear the lively sounds of the Acadian French being spoken in Chetakam, a busy fishing village with thriving Acadian culture in the restaurants. Sample typical Acadian food. Travel to Pleasant Bay, a working fishing village home to the fascinating Pleasant Bay Whale Interpretive Center. Spend time in Igonish, a popular resort destination where visitors can enjoy outdoor recreational activities, including hiking, deep sea fishing, whale watching, bicycling, and sea kayaking. St. Anne's is home of the Gaelic College of Celtic Arts and Crafts and the only one of its kind in North America. Living history and culture. The Nova Scotian culture is a quirky character with Acadian, Merrimack, Scottish, and African foundations, a passion for the past, and an unparalleled love of good kitchen party. Experience Nova Scotia's founding cultures of festivals, events, and attractions throughout the province. Gaelic Celtic Colors International Music Festival, Mi'kmaq Millbrook Cultural Heritage Center, French Acadian Grand Prix National Historic Site, and African Black Culture Center for Nova Scotia. Places to visit, you have the scenic town of Annapolis Royal overlooking the Annapolis River, was founded in 1605, making it the oldest settlement of European origin in Canada. Annapolis Royal contains over 150 heritage buildings, including the oldest wooden house in Canada. Visit Fort Anne National Historical Site and see the impressive heritage tapestry which depicts 400 years of the area's history, and Annapolis Royal Historic Gardens with themed gardens and displays reflecting the history of the area. In Louisbourg, spend time at Fortress Louisbourg National Historical Site, the largest historical reconstruction in North America. Mingle with soldiers, fishermen, merchants, servants, ladies and gentlemen going about their daily business in this unique 1700 settlement, and enjoy a homemade period meal authentically prepared and served in one of the historical restaurants. At Grand Prix National Historic Site, a graceful stone church stands as a memorial to the Acadians who were forcefully exiled from their homes and farms during the deportation from 1755 to 1763. Outdoor adventures, whoever coined the term the great outdoors was obviously thinking of Nova Scotia. Enjoy the serenity and excitement of the outdoors. Canoe the traditional trade routes of Mi'kmaq and in Kajalabu National Park and National Historic Site. Walk a leisurely trail or hike along the spectacular coastal cliffs rising high above the Bay of Fundy at Cape Chignecto Provincial Park, site of Nova Scotia's largest provincial park, Cape Chignecto. Take a guided tour at Joggins Fossil Cliffs UNESCO World Heritage Site, where 300 million year old fossils are continually revealed by the world's highest tides. The center contains an extensive collection and interactive displays. Relax in the serenity of an unspoiled coastal landscape at Martinique Beach. Golf at Highlands Links in Cape Breton Highlands National Park. From cycling, hiking, sea kayaking, surfing, and golfing, Nova Scotia is the perfect place to play. Whales, as many as 15 species of whales, frolic and feed in Nova Scotia waters, including humpbacks, minks, right whales, finbacks, pilot whales from a Cape Island boat or a Zodiac. Witness a whale surface right before your eyes. Eat and drink. Nothing brings people together like an unforgettable meal. Dine in modern world-class restaurants or beachside at authentic Lobster Shack. Set out on a delicious culinary adventure as varied as the communities that dot the province. Seafood and more. Nova Scotia's famous for seafood, particularly steamed Nova Scotia lobster, Digby, scallops, and Mahone Bay mussels. However, culinary experiences don't end with seafood. From blueberry barrens to apple orchids to some of the oldest cultivated grapevines in North America, there's a great food and wine experience waiting to be discovered. Wine. Nova Scotia is home to 19 wineries, such as each testament to commitment and dedication to the craft. Sample wines from traditional to ice wine to the signature appellation Tidal Bay, a crisp, aromatic white with the unique characteristics of the province's cool climate. Spirit. Nova Scotia is home to 2 craft distilleries. Ironworks is a micro distillery located at the UNESCO World Heritage town of Lunenburg at Nova Scotia's South Shore. Named for 1893 Marine blacksmith shop they call home. Company distills vodka, rum, liquors, and brandies by hand in small batches. Glenora Distilleries on Cape Breton Island in North America, first single malt whiskey distillery. They make several specialty whiskeys and rum. But their best known product is Glen Breton Rare, a Scottish style single malt made in copper pot stills that were hammered out by the hand in Scotland. All right, test time. What city is the vibrant seaport capital of Nova Scotia and Atlantic's Canada's largest city? Fredericton, Charlottetown, Halifax, or Lunenburg?
That was Halifax.
That's what I thought. Let's try it. Correct. This pretty town of UNESCO World Heritage Site features colorful waterfront of red wooden warehouses, narrow streets, captivating architecture with brightly hued heritage homes, and a storied seafaring heritage. Truro, Yarmouth, Lunenburg, or Digby? Lunenburg. Thank you. Which driving route at Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia is known as one of the world's most scenic drives? Cabot Trail, New Scotland Road, or Trans-Canada Highway? Cabot Trail? Cabot Trail, that's what I thought. Thank you. Which of the following is the largest historical reconstruction in North America? Mingle with soldiers, fishermen, merchants, servants, ladies, and gentlemen going about their daily business in this unique 1700 settlement and enjoy a homemade period meal authentically prepared and served in one of the historical restaurants. Annapolis Royal, Fort Anne National Historic Site, Gluskap Heritage Center, or Fortress Louisburg National Historic Center. Largest historical reconstruction. You saying one, is that Annapolis? Nope. Fort. Fort Anne. Nope. Fortress. There we go. It's a fortress. Everybody got that? Fortress. All right. In Nova Scotia, sample wines including traditional ice wines, province signature appellation Tidal Bay, a crisp, aromatic white with the unique characteristic of the province's cool climate. Nova Scotia is home to how many wineries? That's okay. How many wineries did they have? 19. Let's check that out. Oops. Correct. All right, last one, guys. Prince Edward Island. Again, congratulations. We're going to get this one done. Get your certificate. All right, Prince Edward Island. Green, pastoral, landscape, water views, warm hospitality make life on Atlantic Canada's gentle island unique. Roam through the colorful countryside, stroll along the many miles of beaches, golf at the top-rated course, dance at a kitchen salida, browse through local craft shop. PEI offers something for everyone. So you have the scenic coastal drives. Driving in Prince Edward Island, very easy. Touring Prince Edward Island's 3 scenic coastal drives is a perfect way to explore the island off the beaten track. North Cape Coastal Drive, brimming with Merrimack culture, Acadian music and theater, museums devoted to potatoes, silver foxes, and shipbuilding. You'll find the Wind Energy Interpretive Center, the College of Piping, and houses made of glass bottles. The Central Coastal Drive includes fun-filled Cavendish and much more. Enjoy spectacular views, classic fishing ports and lobster suppers, shopping at Gateway Village, and a leisurely stroll around quaint Victoria by the Sea. Points East Coastal Drive features the unforgettable dune system at Greenwich in PEI National Park and the Bayside community of St. Peters, as well as stunning beaches, lively salidas, and the meeting of the tides at East Point. Watch for eagles and seals and try not to miss scenic Montauk, rustic Oral Corner, and the historic Railway Museum in Elmira. Okay. Beautiful. Hey, get in here. Festivals and events in spring, things really start to heat up on Prince Edward Island. The Syllida at the Irish Hall begins in May, and the College of Piping in Summerside hosts the annual Highland Gathering. Then it is pretty well nonstop party time until October. So be sure you are ready for an entertaining vacation when you plan your Prince Edward Island visit. Following is a small sampling of an annual events on offer. You have the Festival of Small Halls, Fall Flavors and the PI Shellfish Festival, Jazz and Blues Festival, and Cavendish Beach Music Festival, featuring many of the best country artists. Theater productions also found on the island, including the following locations: Victoria Playhouse, Charlottetown Festival, the Guild Festival, Watermark Theater, and King's Playhouse. Beaches. Prince Edward Island celebrated for its pristine beaches. When people think of the island, many immediately imagine the smooth, warm sand, red sandstone cliffs, soft blue sky, and the white-capped waves of the surrounding seas. It's what English, French, Scottish, and Irish settlers first saw when they arrived here centuries ago. And often it's still the first stop upon arrival. Popular supervised beaches in the eastern PEI region include Red Point, Basin Head, Brunrit, and Panmure Island, to name a few. Camping is available at Red Point, Campbell's Cove, and many other locations along the coastal drive. Families will enjoy the playground at Cabot Beach Provincial Park or long walks at the beach of Darnley. Saturdays, stop at the former railway station in Kensington to take part in the weekly farmers market. The beaches of Cavendish attract thousands of visitors from around the world, but the beaches are just the beginning of things to do in the area. Golf on world-class courses or play mini golf with the kids. Try deep fishing, horseback riding, parasailing, sea kayaking, riding a roller coaster, or visiting sites that make history come alive. Victoria by the Sea has a park and seafood market, which present a nice picnic option. Sign up for a kayak tour. Afterwards, visit the craft shops, galleries, cafes, theater, chocolate factory lining the tranquil streets. Anne of Green Gables. Kindred spirits are not so scarce as I used to think. It's splendid to find out there are so many of them in the world. L.N. Montgomery, Anne of Green Gables. When the novel Anne of Green Gables was first published in 1908, most people could only dream of visiting its magical setting. As the book became popular around the world, it's likely that many readers had no idea where Prince Edward Island was. They may have even wondered, is it even a real place? Today, millions of the book's fans have made the trip to PEI and discovered the land that captivated Anne in Lucy Maud Montgomery's stories. And for those who can't get enough of the favorite redheaded girl or the woman who created her, there are Anne-related attractions all over the island. You can visit Green Gables Heritage Place, the house that inspired Lucy Maud Montgomery. Spend the afternoon at Avonlea Village, a recreated rural community based on the village where Anne lived. Take in a performance of Anne of Green Gables, a musical at the Confederation Center of the Arts, playing biannually. And then plan to see Anne and Gilbert, the musical, at the Florence Simmons Performance Hall. Golf, coast to coast greens, pure golf heaven. Whether you're a beginner, a regular player, or dreaming of turning professional, you'll find just the right course and fees lower than you might expect. Remember, Prince Edward Island is Canada's smallest province, so you're never far from beaches, restaurants, theater, or any of the more than 25 stunning courses. We're sure that no matter where you played before, your favorite round of golf is waiting for you somewhere on Prince Edward Island. From the air, Prince Edward Island might appear to be one giant golf course, rolling greens, sand, and water traps alternating with woodlots. From there, it just gets better. Plan your vacation around more than 25 island courses, keeping in mind that for real golf fans, it's possible to play more than one course per day. But for those that want to kick back between golf rounds, remember Prince Edward Island is the perfect spot. Active Prince Edward Island. Every travel destination has a list of things you must do in Prince Edward Island. It gets outside. To spend all your time indoors on Prince Edward Island would be like going to a great art museum to read the newspaper. Cycling. There are several bicycle rental shops on the island, and with good reason. Cycling is a great way to get around, with much of the land rising and falling in gentle slopes. 279-mile Confederation Trail runs tip to tip and is ideal for cycling, running, or walking with only 2% grade. Hiking. 435-mile island walk circumnavigates the island, taking you along the ocean, much of the Confederation Trail, red dirt roads, beaches, and quiet secondary roads. Warm water swimming. Prince Edward Island has some of the warmest beaches north of the Carolinas. With more than 90 sandy retreats through the province, each is aesthetically unique with its own characteristics and appeal, and each year tens of thousands come to slip off their shoes and walk for hours, or take a swim in the pristine waters. Other water sports, endless opportunities to enjoy the island's coastal lifestyle, several outfitters offering tours by canoe, kayak, paddleboard activities, which can meet the needs of the most adventurous or those who just want to try paddling for the first time. Kiteboarding is one of the fastest growing water sports in the world, and the island's shallow bays and consistent winds provide an excellent setting for kiteboarding adventures. Sensation of skimming across the surface of the salty seas will thrill even the most jaded. Parasailing is an excellent way to see Prince Edward Island with the bird's eye view. Choose from 3 different rope lengths, and don't forget your camera. And then they have boat tours for those seeking relaxation on the water. Boat tours are available across the island, including leisurely harbor cruises, deep sea fishing charters, or hands-on sailing lessons, and more. Culinary delights. Prince Edward Island features miles of lush rolling farmlands, coastlines dotted with fishing harbors, so it's no surprise that the food industry is the single most important contributor to the provincial economy. There are many advantages to a small island, especially Prince Edward Island. The land is rich, producing bounty of fruits, vegetables, meat, and dairy products. Island waters teem with fish, as well as lobsters, oysters, and other shellfish. Ask top chefs from around the world where the best mussels come from, and they'll tell you. Prince Edward Island farmers and fishermen provide the ingredients, and our award-winning chefs turn fresh ingredients into culinary masterpieces. Curious about how these delicious lobsters are caught or how to shuck an oyster properly? Sign up for a guided experience on a lobster boat or fishing dory, or enroll in one of the boot camps at the Culinary Institute of Canada overlooking Charlottetown waterfront. Visit Prince Edward Island in September to participate in the month-long Fall Flavors Festival. Culinary keeners go from smoking and pickling workshops to oyster tonging and potato picking, to spectacular fine dining with top chefs cooking up 9-course extravaganzas. A big part of the Fall Flavors experience in the PEI International Shellfish Festival is a lively 3 days filled with music, mussels, and oysters, plus the intensely exciting shucking competition. All right, some of the best music artists in the world descend on Prince Edward Island each summer for which popular musical festival? Charlottetown Festival, Cavendish Beach Music Festival, PEI International Shellfish Festival, or Island Fusion? The PEI? What do you guys think? Most popular music festival, Cavendish. Correct. Thank you. Prince Edward Island is home to which fictitious character? That's Anne of Green Gables. Prince Edward Island has twice been named Canada's #1 golf destination by Score magazine. How many courses? 25. Which 279-mile trail runs tip to tip on the island, ideal for walking or cycling? Federation, right? And Prince Edward Island has mapped how many scenic coastal drives for ease of touring? It's 3, right? Yep. Very good, guys. All right. So congratulations. You now got your certificate. It should also be emailed to you guys. So make sure you post it. Again, share. Did everybody pass? We want to make sure before we end. Everybody got your questions answered? You guys are a quiet bunch today. All right, taking my vitamins. All right, yay, yep, congratulations. So again, you can download your certificate, print it. That's a pretty certificate, huh? So yeah, download it, print it, etc. Beautiful. So go here. Where's my thing? Gotta put it up on my certificates. I got post yesterday's also. So Atlantic Canada. I like these pretty ones, huh? All right. So again, congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much. Next week, we're going to be at convention, so we're not going to have any trainings next week. Hopefully we'll see some of your guys's. Your certificate doesn't look like mine? I wonder why. What about everybody else? Does your certificate look like mine?
No.
Yes, to me.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe you guys did a program. I don't know. All right. So again, congratulations, everybody. So next week we will not have training, but we start off with July or with August. The new calendar is right here. The links are right there. We're going to be doing 5 hotels. Fives Hotel, it's a type of hotel brand. Argentina, Princess Hotels, Windstar Cruises, Saint Helena Island, New Brunswick, Canada, Jordan, and Bahamas. Okay, so hope to see you then. Again, have an amazing weekend, guys. Thank you for joining me. We appreciate you. Just as we always say, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And if we don't see you at the beach of the world, we'll see you at the bay. Take care, guys. Thank you.